It's 4 o'clock. I told you 4 o'clock instant turnaround. Guess what? We're in New York City. We're doing this turnaround again. I'm so excited. I'm with my production crew from Hotel Impossible, Extreme Hotels, and Five Star Secrets. Same production crew. And what are we doing in New York City? We're gonna walk. Walk, Alex. We're in New York City. We're doing instant turnaround. And what is instant turnaround? You go to somebody's business, and basically you help them turn it around in an hour. Now, most people say to me, you can't turn around a business in an hour. There's three things every business comes down to. It comes down to cleanliness, it comes down to service, and it comes down to marketing. Do those three things well and you'll have a successful business. Everything else is everything else. So I focus on those three things. I'm doing a business today that is different than anything I've ever done before. But I truly believe, I've done a little research and I truly believe that we can help this gentleman. So I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's something I've never done before and it should be fun. Come on, Alex. I want to explain that this isn't Hotel Impossible to give you live stuff. This is a learning show, kind of like the company I just opened, Hospitality Success. It's a learning show. It's a learning company. I'm going to show you and teach you what you should be focused on. I'm not going to do it for you. We're here and then we're gone. So if they're paying attention, hopefully they'll learn. Philomena's in Queens is working out, and hopefully A Cream Place, we've helped them, and now we're going to help this business, which I'm still not going to tell you what it is until we talk to our friends at GemSpot first.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. So we're live on Facebook. We haven't spoken really since I left the show. We text back and forth. How are things going? Did it help?
It did. There was a little bump right after. Well, you told me to make this place a little more inviting, and what the heck is going on here. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the changes. So the first thing I did was I'm going to turn this camera around. I removed the cold fridge, which was I don't know how to do this. Okay, can you see that?
Yep.
That's the entrance. So the cold fridge is gone. And because of that, people can see our store. So immediately I saw an impact because we started selling more soda, more everything.
And so glad I helped. We'll continue to follow up with you. I'm going to go help my other business right now.
Sure.
And I want to thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm glad that the kick of the ass helped.
Yes, a kick in the ass is what we needed. By the way, you'll be happy to see that I got rid of the condom from this fall.
All right, see you
Thank you
later.
so much, Anthony.
Thank you. So the good news is there's no more condoms with the GemSpot. It's just A Creams. And that's what this is about. People say you can't help people. It's about giving people a head start, giving them a jump start, actually, not a head start. So now, we're going in this business. Let's go. We're now at Beyond Pilates. What does Anthony know about Pilates? We're going to find out. We're in New York City, by the way, on 36th Street, and I get a lot of energy when I'm in New York City. So when you walk into this place, the first thing is like, I don't feel like they have a scent. That's the first thing I noticed. But it's really pretty. Where's the owner? What's the owner's name? You're not gonna tell me? Hello?
Hey, how are you?
He was playing piano. You playing piano?
Told me to play the piano.
How are you?
How are you?
My producer told him to play the piano. You screwed with me, huh? So is that what you do?
No, I'm a singer, songwriter, piano player.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Ed Moran.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
man.
meet you, Andy.
You know who I am?
Yeah, Alex told me.
Okay, did you ever see my show Hotel Impossible?
No.
Good.
That one.
Good. So you don't know I'm crazy.
You're crazy?
Maybe.
Check please.
Let's go outside.
All right.
All right. He's a piano player. That's good. But how's that helping your Pilates business?
He gave me permission to play the piano. I was literally crying just now because I don't get time.
You were crying. Why were you crying?
Because I don't get time to do me. It's my creative life, and you try to balance those things out.
So how often do you get to play piano?
An hour a week.
An hour a week.
And you get to that point because you play for hours, right?
Mhm.
So when you're left with only an hour a week, it's a little hard.
Let's go in the Pilates studio, all right? So I wanted to show you the studio. So how long has the studio been here?
The studio has been here in this location about 2.5 years, but we've existed for nearly 20 years, like 18 years.
And you own it
And I own it
from the beginning.
from the beginning.
So why is instant turnaround with Anthony Mercuri in your Pilates studio?
Because we are going through a transition where this move to this high-cost lease in this neighborhood that they called Hudson Yards North, it's not proving to be a spillover of good business coming from Hudson Yards. That's more of like a concentration business. And the leasing costs are exorbitant.
So what were you paying before?
We were paying like in the sixes,
And what are you paying
6K,
now?
and it's about double that.
Okay, so we're in a building off retail. You can't see this. It's not a retail store. It's in a building. So if you don't know it's here, it's not. You don't know it's here. And he's paying double what he paid before. However, we're in Hudson Yards. For people that don't know, what's Hudson Yards? Hudson Yards been a project. It was one of the biggest, or the biggest construction project in all of the country. Matter of fact, it was so big for so long that they ran out of cranes and they had to build new cranes. So Hudson Yards now is one of the biggest projects in the country, and it's built. It has hotels, it has condos, it has retail stores, it has restaurants, it has those beautiful, what is it called, Alex? The stairs?
The vessel.
The vessel. He has go online, you see the vessel. So he is in the greatest location to be because you have millions of people either passing by or that live here. So what have you done differently from when you had the studio that was a little less expensive and now, from a marketing standpoint?
Well, from one perspective, we've Alex would comment on, we did the studio over to be, attractive, physically attractive.
It's a beautiful studio.
We created this repurposed wood look, barnwood look.
What do you
and-
do for marketing? What's different? How do I know you're here?
Yeah, so we started to go and work with the community. Like Lululemon has a Hudson Yards location.
What did you do with them?
We ended up giving them free classes, bringing cards and flyers
What
to
else
them.
did you do?
We started to redo our marketing to the sense that we wanted to increase the SEO.
Okay, your marketing sucks. I'll tell you why your marketing sucks. When did you last upgrade your Instagram?
You mean in terms of posting?
Your last picture.
Yeah, not.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas is your last picture.
Yeah.
That's why you have a problem. I'm going to learn about your business in a second, but there's several things that are hitting me. I come in, I don't smell a scent. Maybe you're not a scent guy. I'm a hotel guy. I like to smell a scent. That's okay. But then I turn and it's gorgeous. The place is absolutely gorgeous. I want to be here.
Okay.
I met you. You love piano. I can tell you're a sharp guy. You work out all the time. You know Pilates really well, I'm sure. I want to be here. But I don't know what's here. And the only way, if you want to really be able to focus, is you got to do social media. 20 years ago, when you started Pilates, what was people's opinion of Pilates?
It was a peaking.
It was
Right?
peaking.
Really popular.
Where is it now?
It's in the middle. It's one of the things, one of many things.
Right.
Yeah.
So it used to be the hot thing.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. Guess what? Everything comes back.
Yeah.
So I've never taken Pilates before, ever. I'm a business guy, but I've almost, like if I help a business, like I helped a pizza place, I've eaten pizza before, okay? I helped an egg place, I've eaten egg creams, I help hotels, I'm in the hotel business, restaurants, bars, I'm in that business. I've never done Pilates. I don't know what a guest feels like to do Pilates. So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I went to a Pilates class on Wednesday.
You did.
And I got a very intense Ukrainian woman who almost killed me.
Wow.
And I learned Pilates, and guess what?
What'd you think?
I love Pilates more than anything I've ever done.
Is that right?
And I work out all the time. I worked out this morning. We've got to make it exciting again.
Okay.
That's it. It's that. I
it.
walked in here. It's that simple. So I asked Alex to have somebody call the studio to find out how they answer the phone. Do we have that? What happened? Who you called, or somebody from our office called?
Right.
And what number did you call? The number that's published on the internet?
The number that, Google, the number comes up.
Okay,
you
it comes
call
up.
and it goes to Ed's voice.
How many rings?
3 rings.
3 rings. We have, okay, and then it went right to his voicemail. Okay, and then you left a message.
I left a message,
Okay, you haven't responded obviously to that voicemail.
I thought he was trying to talk to me about meeting today.
Right.
But you saw it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't from your phone. It was from David's phone, right?
Yeah, it was from a separate phone. From
It was
from
a separate phone.
we
So
called.
you wouldn't have recognized the number.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so good try. So what happened was on Saturday, not Wednesday, Saturday, I called Pilates Studios. I live in New York. I called Pilates Studios in Brooklyn. I happen to be in Brooklyn. So I'm calling Pilates Studios, maybe 4 or 5 Pilates Studios, okay? And nobody answered their phone except one young lady. She came from New York And the owner that doesn't give classes didn't know who I was, didn't know anything why I was doing it, and she gave me a Pilates class.
She herself.
Her herself, and she was amazing. Okay.
That's the Ukrainian woman you're talking about?
Ukrainian woman. So when I'm in Brooklyn, I'm always going to use a Pilates studio because she got me hooked.
Yeah.
And I said to her, "So you a doctor or a nurse?" She goes, "I'm actually a nurse in Ukraine." And I said, because I could tell she had medical training, right? So she answered the phone, she got back to me, drove in a car, went to Brooklyn, and gave me a Pilates
That's hungry,
lesson.
yeah.
That's hungry.
Yeah.
You just said it, that's hungry. Nobody picked up the phone. That could have, I could have been coming with people with 10 people, and boom, you can pick up the phone. Everybody can pick up the phone. My friends at Crom, they always pick up the phone. I call them at 11 o'clock at night, somebody picks up the phone. What? This is not the day, this is not 20 years ago. 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Doesn't work that way. People want answers. Doctors,
All day
urgent
long.
care. Why does urgent care work? Because doctors said, "Oh, we're too busy. We'll see you in a month." So urgent care said, "Here's the door. We have a doctor. Come in." Right?
Yeah.
They changed the game. You gotta change the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that should probably forward to my cell with a notification that it's coming from the office.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And guess what we're gonna do now?
Yeah.
Let's do some
Pilates.
Pilates. So I'm a big fan of Pilates. I've only done it once, so I want to see, I want you to see. So if you've never seen Pilates before, I want to see how it works. Okay? So we're going to spend maybe 5 minutes, do a quick warm up. He'll put me in a pose, kind of show you how the machine works. What is this called?
A reformer.
This is called a reformer. A lot of people say you have to really make sure you're with somebody that knows what they're doing. You know what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, knows what you're doing. So what's your training?
My training?
Yeah. Pilates training.
I worked with 2 Pilates organizations and then taught a few years later for New York Sports Clubs, all those that were hired to teach Pilates for the organization. I was also the teacher of their personal trainers with a small team going back about 20 years. So I've been teaching instructors both in Pilates and personal training for 20 plus years.
So your personal training, if you train pretty regularly, is paying you rent. So just your personal training is paying you rent.
Yeah, it can.
Right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
So just everything you do is paying your rent.
And that's the problem. It shows.
I know what the problem is. That's why I'm asking the question.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So how many instructors do you have?
We just have a light, here's where the story gets interesting. We have a light presence of instructors. Our class schedule is much smaller than it used to be. And the teachers went from having like 4 or 5 teachers to we have 1 and we're hiring two more.
Okay, so how many months behind are you on rent?
We're probably approaching 2, which is the point it gets kind of legal. And
Okay,
that
so-
all happened after the board is poached by the Equinox Corporation. So they have a hotel with a Pilates studio and a fitness center at Hudson Yards. So we thought this was going to be a good opportunity, but that actually pulled people to them instead of sending them out to the community. What's more is they send managers out because they have such a difficult time keeping clients and teachers because people don't like the pay cuts, and we give a better share of that. So they send managers out, they come and sample a class or an instructor, and then they approach them on the side for,
That's all good problems to have.
Yeah.
Because that means they're teaching people about Pilates. So
Yeah.
that's your opportunity. That's your social media opportunity.
all right.
Okay, and I have a company I work with who just took over my social media, and my social media is on fire.
Blowing up.
Everybody said I should have 5 million fans. I don't because I did it myself and I suck at it.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna put you on the phone with them maybe in a few minutes, depending on my session.
Sounds good.
So what do I do?
So
People are saying, why don't you have a shirt with the logo on it?
for the business, my associate asked me the same thing 2 hours ago. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so he's good at Pilates, he sucks at marketing. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair to say.
Okay, so you're in the place everybody wants to be in. You have a studio. You have literally, by watching this, you have the premier studio in the country. Because you're in the right location, it's beautiful, you know what you're doing, you seem like a really nice guy, you've been here for 20 years. This is the place that should be the start of Pilates again. This should set New York City on fire again. You do it at 45, right? They're gonna try to put CrossFit out of business, right? Pilates, everybody's talking about hot yoga. We got to be talking about Pilates again. And again, the reason I took the class, because I wouldn't be sitting here this excited. I was actually freaking out, to be honest with you. I'm coming to help you with Pilates, I don't know how to do Pilates. And after I did it, I got religion.
Is that right?
I got religion. I swear to God. So let's work out.
Good. Go a little bit higher. Yeah. So now, I want you to stay at that level. Take your thumbs into the sides. Take your own thumbs into the sides. Put your fingers spread across here. Blow it as hard as you can.
Lower low.
Blow out air as hard as you can. Right. And see this drop down? That's going to be the new normal.
Okay.
Your ribs stay that small and tight. And as your hips are pushing up, your ribs are pulling down just as hard. Keep your chin in the air, your shoulders back. That's a lot of questions, right? Commands. All right.
Vince, this is familiar Vince.
Take a
Vince is
breath.
my trainer.
Blow out again. Lift the hips another inch higher. Good. Blow out again. This is the new norm, okay?
Okay.
Nicole Anthony. Okay, roll down only to my fingertips. Roll down, smush them. Just with your upper back. And press up. So now your hips are lowering right now. Press the hips up. Lower down, lower down, lower down. Okay, good. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that?
The breathing was the hardest.
Was it
Everything
hard?
else was easy.
But are you sweating right now?
I'm sweating.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
sweating.
noticed there's sweat around his lips and mouth.
Why am I
Actually-
sweating?
That was only what, a 60-second exercise,
Right.
right? That was an exercise about concentration, but there's probably not a muscle in your body you weren't working,
Right.
right? Maybe.
I felt my glutes, I felt my hamstrings, I even felt my ankles because I broke my ankle last year. I was sweating, it took a lot of energy and it took a lot of concentration. And one of the things you notice is he knows what he's talking about and he knows it in a very detailed way. He has a really good way of going about his business. So you know what you're doing from, obviously from my standpoint, but we need to work on the business.
The business.
So now everybody wants to see me in a really difficult pose. Adonis?
Oh, you go there, exactly.
What do you mean?
Blow up really
I am
hard,
a
blow up really hard. That's right, that's right, that's right. Tighter, smaller, tighter. Now push the whole body out, straight line. Take a breath in as you move forward. Take a breath in and go forward. Good. Shoulders down the whole time. Big breath, push back. Feel the navel pull up to the ceiling. And inhale to come forward. And exhale out.
The things I do to help businesses.
Now, what we're going to do next is stand up. Do you feel comfortable standing up?
Yep.
One more spring goes on.
I'm really glad I took that class on Saturday. I got a little understanding.
Ed, people want to know who can do Pilates. Like, who is Pilates for in general?
Well, there's applications for everybody. People who have dysfunction, people who are young, starting out. How are we down the scale 0 to 10?
I want more pressure. What I found out is that it was actually founded by Daniel Pilates.
Joseph Pilates.
He was a gymnast.
He was coming to gymnast, martial artist,
Right,
yoga. Yeah.
right.
He developed the work during a time where Germans were interned in England during World War I. And he had to take care of this group of people that were kind of in these internment camps and keep them healthy when they didn't have access to like a full activity of daily living. So he modified, what I understand is that he modified bed springs. That's why these things look like old-fashioned bed springs that hold the mattress up.
And would you say that dancers and artists, people that are like Broadway,
Yeah.
could use Pilates because of
Right, they love it, and I got to know it that way. I was touring the country, and I was introduced to it by a fellow castmate, and we got warmed up in various cold theaters.
So how many people from Broadway come here?
My colleague's wife, and I have a Broadway director client that comes and goes, and a couple of known Broadway
Everybody on
stars.
Broadway should be coming here.
Everyone should be coming.
Why?
Yes. They probably don't know.
Social media. If you want to know what his studio looked like on Christmas, it's now February 4th. Go to social media because it looked pretty cool. But that was a month and a half ago.
That's good. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's your problem. You made it easy for me.
Right. Right.
This is a great studio, you're a great guy, but you're paying a ridiculous amount of rent, okay? And you're nowhere in social media. So,
Guys, I feel like we should go back into the office because I think that Ed's got a lot more to his story that we should get down to.
how'd they do?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You're stronger than I thought you would be. You're
Yeah?
a pretty strong guy. Yeah.
I think, Ed, I feel like you need to tell Anthony more about how you kind of got into this position here, about what the journey has been like for you.
I was in that role of being a master trainer at a major corporate, in New York sports clubs. And during the early 2000s, I transitioned to running this place. This dream that also has like a tough backlash because you're bootstrapping with no access to capital, a small business. And at that time, the rent's pretty low, right? Then we get into this time where we've existed for like 15 years, and we have that increase of the rent, that doubling. And we go out into the neighborhood looking for a place, and we find this place, and it's like, these are the breaks, it's still double. And the representation that Hudson Yards is going to benefit us became a promise that didn't really fulfill.
Okay, but let's look at that from a business perspective,
Yeah.
okay? How many clients do you need in a month to make your rent of $6,000, your original rent? How many clients?
The original rent? Oh boy.
How many clients?
In a month, probably. Me personally?
No, how many sessions, how many people needed to be in your space to make rent? In a month?
At the rate of 6,000 a month?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, 15.
15.
15 a week.
15 a week. 15 a week. 15 sessions a week, and you can make just the rent. Okay. How many do you need here to make
Here
the
we
rent?
probably need like 2, okay, we've got 4 treatment rooms, practice facilities. So we probably need 2 to 3 instructors working nearly full-time hours or strong part-time, then 2 anchor renters, maybe 3, and then me working a good number of hours.
So you're saying anchor renters, people that sublease the space for you?
Yeah, or license the space, yeah.
Okay. So you have to do, with all that saying, you went from 15 sessions a week to maybe needing 40 sessions a week? What was your marketing plan? Besides, Hudson Yards is going to help us. We're in a building, no one sees us. We're in Hudson Yards. Congratulations, everybody's busy.
Right.
Everybody, and most people that live around here, they own an apartment, but they live somewhere else.
Right.
Okay.
So
70% of all people that own apartments in New York City live in different countries. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the higher end.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was your marketing plan?
So when this became a challenge, we started to use like Google ads and Facebook ads, and we thought that would be
Okay.
sufficient.
So you increase the rent.
Right.
You increase your labor because you need more people, and now you got to increase for Google ads, and we don't have a plan initially for having an infusion of cash to cover those nuts.
Exactly.
So that's how you got yourself in problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so we're understanding, just so we're clear.
Google ads was, people would say that you need to spend a minimum of several $1,000s just to get going, and there's a period of time where we're spending between $2,000 and $5,000 on Google ads. And the Facebook ads would be interesting because they would promise there's no customer support with Facebook ads, for example. We're talking about, thousands of dollars.
This is what you need. This is what I did on Saturday. Google Maps. With the Google Maps, I'm sitting in my car, and I put Pilates. That's what I need. Then there was 7 or 8 places that came up, and I went to the people that had the best stars, the best reviews. So you have a 5-star rating. You have how many? 30 reviews?
Yeah, we have some great reviews.
Yeah, and all 5-star ratings.
Yeah.
So if I put in Pilates right now, my friend Bruce here is going to put in Pilates, Google just Pilates, Google Maps, see what comes up. That's where you need to focus. You need to focus on content. You need to focus on showing how great this place is. You need to tell the world because you're sitting here, and this is what a lot of businesses do, and you're slowly dying.
Right.
You're doing exactly what you tell people that don't take Pilates to do. Open up. Right? Open up your back.
That's a good point.
Get a lower back and strong. You're like this. You're a Pilates instructor, but you're literally in a corner like this, and you need to open up and say, hey, we're here. The hardest thing, when Tamara and her company got a hold of me, I was really nervous to do videos and talk about all the things that I know in the hospitality industry. I didn't want to do it, and then all of a sudden it became natural. Now I talk to the camera and tell people, and I give my opinions because people want to hear it. I was uncomfortable with that, so that's why I sucked at it for many, many, many years. But I didn't need to do it, right? I had 3 TV shows, and I didn't really care. And even for the last 3 years, I just ran my businesses. I didn't care. And I realized, I talk to a lot of people. I do a lot of Q&As. I do a lot of keynote speeches. People want to hear that stuff. So now, her and her team helped me. You need to become the star that you want to be on Broadway in this because you're good. You know what you're talking about. You have a beautiful studio. But the rent you're paying, $15,000 a month, is choking you, or $12,000 a month. It's choking a horse. $12,000. Imagine the business you have paying $12,000 a month for rent. That's insane, including electric, and then heating, and then employees, and
Taxes.
Insurance, and taxes. It's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
So, it's very simple. Okay, you need to get a presence online.
And as you were talking about, like in terms of the budgets of the cost of online presence.
But you don't need it. You need LinkedIn, you need TikTok, good videos. You don't need to do Facebook ads. You don't need to do Google ads.
Oh, is that? Okay.
You need people to talk about you. Okay, that's what you need. That's where everything's going. Why are we doing live instead of doing a show like we did? These 2 guys with me for 10 years doing TV shows in 120 countries. And there are 3 idiots in a room sitting with a phone live on the internet. Why? Because in 2 or 3 years, everybody's going to be doing this. We got there first. No one else is turning around businesses live on the internet. Nobody.
2 quick questions. What do you have riding on this place?
My whole life sits on this. So you can see this. I got pictures of my daughter. Getting emotional. She's 9 years old, and you know, I'm a single dad to some extent. You know, and we have a cooperative relationship with her mom, but you know, she's the light of my life. And her name is Alessandra. And you know, our entire capacity to, you know, provide, you know, and have a home. She said to me when we lost.
Right there's a personality. Look at that.
So when we lost the other space, she said to me, "Daddy, tell me that you're never gonna let those bad men take a studio away from you." And that's the way she sees things, you know, in black and white. And I just tried to explain to her the nature of real estate and costs and the way that sometimes you get served a deal that's no good, you know. So you know, that's one piece of it. You know, my capacity to provide for my family. It's been an extremely stressful time. I was telling you as you came in.
So what happens if you lose this place?
You know, the way that a lease in Manhattan works, you know, the landlord's got all the power. There's a good guy clause. You get caught up, you can walk away. They will not sue you as a person, but like they would come after the business for every bit of the
Yeah,
unused.
I'm sure you set your business up the right way.
Well, it's set up, but I think the business would have to, you know, do a chapter, something, right? It's not like CrossFit. It's not like Barry's Boot Camp, where you use up the premium of your 20s, 30s, and 40s, and then you've got all these injuries and you can't make it through your 50s.
Yeah, but you know what? Somebody explained that to me, that Pilates was like, it helps you as you get older. And I'm going to call BS, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm in good shape for a 54-year-old. I'm in good shape for probably a 34-year-old, okay? That, just now, everything's firing. That one thing I just did, everything's firing in my body still.
Yeah.
You need to be in good shape. So it's not like just for a person that maybe has a bad back or something. Like that's a real workout. That's for anybody. That's for an 18-year-old. That's for my daughter who plays volleyball. My daughter who does theater. This is for everybody. My daughter who used to do cheer. This is for everybody. For my wife, it's for me.
Yeah.
So I want to get everybody talking about this place. So I need to call my friend Tamara. Tamara. Okay, hold on one second. We have you. I don't know if you're watching us on Facebook Live. Are you watching us?
I am.
Okay, so hold on one second. He's gonna show something. Go ahead.
No, this is the last card that we use. This is our promotional card.
Okay.
And
What's
that's
wrong with this picture? I love the marketing. What's wrong with this picture?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what's wrong with this
What's
picture.
wrong with it?
I'm intimidated.
Is that right?
I'm intimidated. Because if I'm overweight, if I'm out of shape, it looks like I have to be beautiful and look like I didn't need I haven't had a carrot. I haven't had a carrot in 3 weeks.
Some people have said that.
Okay?
Yeah.
They're beautiful young ladies that are in shape.
Yeah.
Okay? I want to see people that look like me. I want to see people that are older. I want to see people that are younger. I want to see people that are overweight. People that, like, this intimidates people. Don't you agree? Ask people. I want people to comment on that.
Is anybody intimidated?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, hello, my friend. So, Tara and her company, I just did some videos and I was sitting down and she goes, "Oh, I wish you didn't sit down because there's not enough energy, there's not enough flow."
Oh, okay.
And then as we're posting these videos, I'm like, she's right. There's not enough flow, and the other ones that I do that are flowing. So she's an expert. So tell me, did you look at his social media?
I did. Yeah. Well, the thing about social media, it's all about the client relatable experience, right? So, like, what's the story that needs to be shared? Who's the target market? The consistency, being able to be consistently branded, but like sharing the stories, the message, the visibility just isn't there consistently. That's what I noticed.
Now, isn't this because it's a great place? You saw it visually. It's in the middle of the epicenter of the world. He's obviously an articulate guy. He knows what he's doing.
He has to broadcast his authority.
Right, her name of the company. She has two names for a company. I don't know. One's
Serious Take,
and one is Broadcast Your Authority, right?
So, Serious Take Productions is the company name, and then Broadcast Your Authority is our program name. So we help people broadcast their authority through Serious Take Productions in a way that's unique, themselves, on brand, on message, but that they're uniquely putting themselves out there in a relatable content way as the authority. So it's important to be able to show, like, the client experience, and like you were saying, Anthony, like, it's the reviews. People have to be talking about your business and your company and raising fans. Like, the visibility, access of actually growing it consistently is going to be seen when you actually optimize it in your local area.
So will you do me a favor and will you kind of talk to him off camera and give him a little review, and then maybe you guys can work together down the road to get him to Broadcasters Authority?
Happy to help.
She's one of the best business people, one of the most professional people I've ever met, and that's saying a lot because I've met a lot of them. And I'm not saying that because I'm here or I'm trying to impress her. She doesn't take prisoners. So if you listen to her, I think you can start turning around this business.
Okay.
So let's forget about this. I love this if it's, and you handing it out on the street corner, if it looks like me. Okay? It looks like people that are overweight, people that want to get in shape. I'm not going here.
Is that right?
First of all, there's not a guy, so it
Right.
looks like it's a young female gym, and everybody talks a different language than I do,
Wow.
and they took a physical language that I don't understand, and I am turned off immediately.
Wow.
Immediately turned off.
That's great feedback.
So we need to change that. Do people agree with me?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of people are saying the same
What
thing.
questions they have?
Well, people are really interested in what else you can do here. What sort of classes do you offer? Classes?
What
Do
is
you
the
offer?
beyond part of Pilates?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that we were trying to bring in some of the science from personal training, because there's science, right? There's research. We know what works. And usually it doesn't matter what's, some of the stats about sales, 55% of the decisions are made based on what a person looks like.
Right.
38% is based on what a person sounds like. Only 7% is about what's coming out of their mouth. So informationally, that's at the lowest, part of the totem pole. So we actually wanted to bring the information to the fore and give people solid information to make decisions about what benefits them and reduces risk of injury.
Ed, can you show us what some of these muscle activation techniques are like?
Also,
I
people are
can't open-
asking.
Here, watch. See this? I can't open my elbow.
When you say open, when you
I can't. See?
you can't straighten your elbow on
I
that
can't
side?
straighten my elbow.
What's going on?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the
Let's go
expert.
get. Let's go.
P- people are asking, can you book online?
Yes, we have online booking.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's about authenticity. America doesn't look like that.
Right.
That's only a very small part of the population.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Most people don't look like that. Okay?
Thanks.
So we need to help this gentleman. And I'm telling you, the passion you just showed when you first talking about falling in love with this was everything for me. And then when you cried about your daughter, I mean, I really want to help you. So please make sure you get in touch with my people. Okay, we really need to get your inspiration back up, and you're gonna play piano every day. Don't cry
I
anymore.
appreciate that.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
You're getting me emotional. Getting me emotional. Thanks.
All right, now go fix my elbow.
All right, let's go on. Yeah.
So, Ed,
So he's asking me now.
sure, but let me ask you, so how are you feeling about Anthony's advice so far? Do you feel like this is like, he's kind of...
It's kind of like tough love, right? It's the kind of thing that you've heard from people. You want to take the advice, but at the same time, it has to do with cost and personnel and keeping good people around you and having those team members to the extra sets of hands. So I've heard some of these things before, but it's good to see it all coming from one place, a solid place of concern and honest willingness to do a good thing. And we're gonna take this to heart.
We're gonna interrupt him right now. Let's go. Come on.
Oh boy.
Because I don't want to interrupt you for training tomorrow. So, I'm 54 years old. Okay, I'm going to suggest we're probably in the same generation. You're not.
I'm a lot older than you.
You're a lot older than me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're great. Why Pilates?
Basically, stay conditioned. Keep my muscles as tight as possible, and everything loose in my body, my posture, and everything else. It really helps greatly to keep me loose and stretched.
And how long have you been doing that?
Probably about a year and a half now.
And what has it meant for you in a year and a half?
Well, I'm definitely much looser. I have much less pain in my body than I used to.
What,
I met the greatest teacher in the world too, so that works out pretty well.
what was the biggest motivation for you to come in?
To try to become limber.
What was happening that
Oh,
caused
my
that?
back. My back bothered me. My muscles were tight.
Can you touch your toes?
Can I stretch my toes?
Can you touch your toes?
Yeah.
Right, a year and a half ago, could you touch your toes?
I don't even remember a year and a half ago. I can tell you I'm in much better condition I am today than I was a year and a half ago.
And you feel better, you have more energy?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I had the same experience. I did it once on Saturday, first time ever in preparation for this. And I'll tell you something. Since then, I've been looking at everyone I know around me, walking down the street, or people I know. I'm just like, I want to shake them. and said, like, you need to do Pilates. And this isn't a commercial for him. This, I really, like I got it. I've always tried to stay in shape because I don't want a bad back, and my hamstrings, I busted my hamstrings twice. And so I've been working out, and it's great, but Pilates to me kind of just, it fires everything.
It's a full body. It's a full body workout, and you get not only a workout, but you also get stretch and limber up. I don't want to shake everyone, but you know, if somebody asks me, I'm happy to let them know.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
I appreciate it. Enjoy your
My pleasure.
workout. There you go. Where is he?
Where is he? He's not represented
I
yet.
don't see him.
Yeah.
He's not
He
represented.
came after the cars.
So you
were
look like
signed.
me.
Yeah.
He's older than me. I'm 54. The guy looks like he's. And you can see him standing up straight. Did you notice?
Yeah.
He's standing up straight like this. I guarantee you, a year and a half ago, he was like this.
Maybe, yeah.
So he's not represented.
All right, so lie down on your back, feet here, face me. Good. And we'll probably, try to deal
Put
with
my
your
shoes
elbow. That's okay. We'll deal with your elbow on off camera, but we'll go ahead and lie flat. And I want you to just gonna look at how your hips move. Did you have any back pain, Anthony?
Nope.
Now this is just an interesting thing for people to realize, okay? I want you to create a force that stops me. Ready? Stop me from pushing. Ready? Resist me? Go. Okay. Ready? Go again. Okay. You're a
Just so you know,
strong
I
guy.
broke that ankle last year.
All right. That's not an ankle test though. That's a hip test. Okay?
Okay.
I'm touching the ankle. Just so you know, you're a strong guy, and I can see it. You just described how you work out. We just did this thing over here. I'm going to ask you to push out to the right side and resist me. Go.
Push that way?
Yeah. Go. And then go.
That's nuts.
Now,
How'd you do that?
that's what MAT is. So we activate muscles.
That's
in different
crazy.
spots. Yeah.
Next week, we're doing another show, Instant Turnaround, 4 o'clock, Tuesday. Be there. Where can they find you?
Beyond Pilates, 347 West 36th Street, 1004.
Awesome. Instagram?
Instagram, it's Beyond Pilates NYC. Yeah.
And
All right.
watch for his daughter on TikTok.
Watch for my daughter, Alessandra.
All right.
She's gorgeous.